Day 19. I'm headed to someplace I can't pronounce. It starts with a C and has a D in it. Kind of like me. I don't start with a C though. I did find a phone charger. Well, I just needed the cable actually. I didn't need the whole adapter. I just needed the lightning cable for my iPhone. So I did find one, and my phone is now charging. It is like 10:30 in the morning, so it's really late to get going, but oh well. I already have my place booked, so I can kind of take as much time as I need to get there. I'll still probably get there like 4 or 5 in the afternoon, hopefully. But I do have nearly the full stage to do today. So that's all for me. I'm just waiting for my phone to get enough of a charge that I can use it as a map, and check where I'm at along the way, make sure I'm not lost. Although there are usually enough way markers along the route that I should be okay. I do still like to be able to like have an idea of what to expect, what's coming up, where I am, kind of gauge like how much further I have left to go, and I use the Google Maps for that. So anyway, that's all. I will check back in later. Bom dia. I haven't made it very far out of town, but I stopped at this little watering hole that has running water, and I've seen several of the locals that have just come up and like driven up and filled up their water bottles and then driven back. It makes me wonder if people in this area don't have like fresh running water in their homes, but it is nice that exists, that you can stop and get water. But I was thinking that yesterday was Father's Day in America, and it's not here, so I kind of forgot. I also, was disheveled a little bit with losing my phone charger and trying to figure out how to get that. Anyway, I meant to talk about my stepdad, Daniel. He just a few days ago sent me a little gift in support of my journey here, but which I'm very thankful for. I really appreciate his support and their love and support of me on this journey. But my parents have been married for 16 years now, and it's funny because I don't know that it's funny, but interesting that at this point he's almost been in my life as long as my biological dad, and the first several years of my life I remember very little, and so even though my dad was in my life for longer, I really don't remember a lot of the time that he was there. And so my stepdad really has been a big part of my life, and as I've come into adulthood, and I've been really grateful that my mom has had somebody in her life to take care of her and support her and be a companion to her, and he has been really great at that, and has been a great stabling force in my family's life, and I'm very appreciative of his presence. He's such a hard worker. I mean, like to the point that he has a hard time not working. He just has a really, really strong work ethic and is incredibly admirable, and wants to do the work. And it's not just a matter of I have to. It's like I want to. I get bored if I don't have anything to do, and that is a trait that very few people have these days, and maybe any days. Like it's just something that's really admirable that he's got such a drive to help and to support and to build his own things and take care of his life and his family, and he's really grounded and stable, and so I've been really grateful for him in my own life, but I'm very grateful that my mom has him in her life, and that it has been something that, you know, I really don't feel like I mean, not that I ever really felt like I had to worry about my mom, but I know she's taken care of and supported and has everything that she needs, and I'm, you know, that is a relief to me, especially as she gets older, that I know she's safe and secure and has a good companion at her side. So anyway, I did want to say happy Father's Day to Daniel. I apologize for missing it by a day, but you know, forgive me. Anyway, I just thought I would take this time to make that tribute. And then yes, thank you for your support of my journey. I really appreciate the gift. It's very, very kind and very unexpected. I didn't set on this journey with the idea that I would receive these kind of gifts from my friends and family, but I have been, and it really means a lot to me that they're so willing to support me on my journey and help me along my way, and that it's not something I've had a lot in my life, and I am very thankful for it. So thank you for your gift, and happy Father's Day, Daniel. This cow is just staring at me. I'm exactly 60 kilometers away. Sunny. It's been shady all day, or like cloudy all day, and right as I start to film, the sun comes out, so I can't see. But I've made it to the albergue. I made it to an albergue. I did not make it to the albergue I had reserved for the evening. I left so late in the afternoon. I left at like almost 1, which is normally about the time I'm usually getting to the albergue, not leaving. And so I did only make it like partway through, and I found an albergue. I was able to reserve a place or a bed through WhatsApp, and have canceled my booking at the other place. I did unfortunately get a top bunk, but oh well. It's the second time I've had to sleep on the top bunk this trip. I feel like that's pretty good. So anyway, there is nothing else around this particular albergue, and luckily they do. The guy that runs it also makes dinner for everyone and breakfast in the morning, so which I thought was kind of nice. And I have not participated in any kind of those kinds of meals. There was only one other place that did anything like that, and I did not join in. So I will be joining in tonight because I'm starving and there's nowhere else to go. So yeah, well, that'll be nice to have dinner here with everyone. And then tomorrow I'll make it to the actual location. I did somehow like accidentally book 2 nights in the same town, and so it does still kind of work out on my schedule. That I'm staying here instead of the place that I'd already booked, because I had accidentally booked 2 nights in the same place, and I don't want to do that. So that's what I'm doing. I'll stay here tonight and then make it to the actual place I was planning it to tomorrow. I did pick a different albergue that was closer to town. The one I had booked for tonight was just outside of town, so it wasn't quite as far of a walk, but I mean, we're talking like 3 kilometers away from town. So I did book a place inside town tomorrow. So there'll be plenty of cafes and stuff around. And yeah, today's walk was mostly through the woodlands, which was nice. It was really, really humid today. I think the end of May, first part of June really is kind of like the perfect time to kind of do this, you know, these Caminos, just because it's past rainy season, but it isn't like super hot yet. And I'm kind of into the middle of June, and it's starting to get hotter and hotter, and more humid. So anyway, that's kind of all for me today. I'm gonna just get ready for dinner, and then I'm only climbing up to my top bunk once, and that is to go to sleep. And so I'm not going to do that until I'm absolutely ready. But that's it, and I will check back tomorrow. Bien, Camino.